Okay, we can really start now. I'm not too worried because this particular paper, or shall I say this particular revision questions, some are pretty simple. It's more of how you are answering the question. That's why I need to see your answers. Remember, it's about how you answer. It's not about how difficult or how easy the question is. No matter how easy the question is, if you cannot phrase your answer properly, you're not going to get full marks. Okay, so for question 1A, okay, 1A, right, based on the diagram, identify one disadvantage of this circuit. So are you able to see clearly this particular diagram? Do you know what is the line showing you the circuit? What is the line that show you the rooms? Need to know. If you don't know, okay, I'm going to tell you. Maybe I use a highlighter. All right, so this highlighted part shows you the parts of the circuit where you have the wire, the lamp, the switches, etc. Can you see this? So this is the electrical connection. Okay, this circuit is here. What is the disadvantage of this particular circuit? If I look at your answers, the correct answer is actually, okay, the correct answer is actually, yes, Gallant, they solved the problem already. Yeah. I'm so happy to know that you can access. Okay, great. So you need to talk about the disadvantage. The disadvantage is actually in S4 only. Do you know that? Why is that so? You see, when I try to turn on, let's say, the lights in room 1. Okay, I want this particular room to light up, right? So I close the switch. I expect the bulb to light up, but it didn't. You know why not? You see, when I close the switch, I expect electric current to flow, right? And then the bulb can light up. What is the problem here? The problem here lies with S4. S4, if it's not closed, no electricity can flow. It's the same thing here. If let's say I want to turn on the lights in room 3, so I will go and close the switch here, right? But again, if S4 is not closed, none of the lights can light up. Can you all see that? No matter which room I go to, so long as S4 is not closed, you see? So long as S4 is not closed, I cannot use the lights in any other rooms. That is the fault here. Okay, that's the disadvantage here. Okay, so how do you write this? Not many of you got this, I changed the answer in the portal. Okay, so if you're copying the portal's answer, you will get it wrong as well. There will be too many batteries. Cassandra, this is not so right. So you understand what I mean now? Cassandra, what you can do is you take your highlighter. Do what I did just now. Okay, if you have 4 different colors, it will help you also. Every room, you try to use a different color. Yeah, for the highlighter to show whether there's a complete path. That's how you can do your notes. Galen say, okay, when S4 is open, okay, none of the switches can light up. Not switches. Bulbs. Yeah, okay, great. So at least you change it. Good. When switch 4 is open, there is a gap. There's an open circuit. All rooms will not have light from the light bulb. Okay, acceptable. I wouldn't say it's the best answer or the best way of writing, but good enough. Let's see for Ian. It's not B4, it's S4. B stands for light bulb, that bulb, B. S stands for switch. So S1 to S4, then B1 to B4. So should be S4, yeah. It must be close. Ian, S4 open, none of the lights can light up, none of the bulbs can light up. S4 must be closed. Okay? Ian, take note. No, this is definitely wrong. Okay, Joshua, wrong. Julian, you didn't put in your answer. Keith, Crystal didn't. So Beto says S4 is open. Beto, you are rewriting, right? I wait for you. Nabil says if S1, okay, not S2 or S4, it's just S4. It's just S4. Nabil, okay. Right now, S4 seems to be the problem here. It is controlling all the other light bulbs. If S4 is open, the circuit will be open circuit. No electricity would flow through. Then, Hakim, my question to you is, so what will happen? Okay, you tell me the cause. Okay, you tell me partial effect, but you didn't tell me the next thing. Okay, you have to tell me the final effect. There's a cause here, but there is no effect. Switch 4 open. None of the other bulbs can light up, even if their switches are closed. Room 4 switch should be closed. Okay. Yeah, acceptable. Prita, that's wrong. Okay, the problem doesn't lie with the battery. All the switches need to be closed for the bulbs to light up. But they never say they want all the bulbs to light up. Sean, you're assuming
What are
they
you doing?
Sean, you're assuming that they want all the bulbs to light up, is it? No, they actually want you to identify one disadvantage. That disadvantage is caused by S4. Okay, so S4 is like the control. Okay, it's like your mama want everybody to sleep. She just need to go to S4, turn it off, everybody will have no lights. That kind of thing. Okay, it's like the main switch now. Can you see that? Yeah, so that is the disadvantage. Remember, we want our lights in the house to be all independent. They can individually turn on, turn off anytime you want. Yeah, so that's why our house should not be designed in this manner, unless it's your mom or your dad purposely want it that way. Can you rewrite this? Okay. Try to write it such that if you want any room to have the bulb light up, S4 must be closed. Okay. Joshua, yes? Sharia, this is not correct.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, you were talking about the switches needing to be independent. I was just gonna add something saying except for the circuit breaker.
Huh?
Well, you said the switches, you say it's best for them to be independent. So I just wanted to add on that except for the circuit breaker should be the main switch.
When we're answering based on the context of the question. The context here didn't talk about circuit breaker. Okay, Joshua, turn on the camera.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I hope you all understand what I mean. Okay, now let's go on. Bev redesigned the circuit. Okay, so such that when two switches are closed, two bulbs light up with equal brightness. When all switches are closed, all the bulbs light up with equal brightness. Okay, so draw a circuit. Yeah, and then I saw Yancy saying, many of you say, cannot draw. Yancy say, can I show on the Excel worksheet? I say, yes, okay. But I was thinking, also cannot show right now. There's a way lah. There's a way to do this. Okay, one way to do this is you can draw on your own paper, take a picture. Okay, then you insert the picture here. That's the way to do it. Okay, so this is actually the way to draw the circuit. Can see this? Yeah, is this the one that you have on your paper? All of you quickly check your own. Let me try to use the highlighter. Okay, so the purple line is actually the circuit. Right? So this is the one that you should be drawing. Ah, Heidi, you did the questions digitally. I see. But do you try drawing on your own? Remember, I said anytime you need to draw a diagram, you should be doing on your own, even on your own piece of paper. Right, Heidi? Next time you have to try, okay? We don't have many lessons left. So really, you must try to do your work and let me take a look at the way you're answering questions. Okay. Next, John conducted an experiment. Okay, so these questions now is on energy. So there is a rubber ball, okay, with the setup below here. He released the ball at point A. Yeah, so he released at point A. This one like rolled down a little bit already. Yeah. The ball only managed to reach point, not O, it's actually point D. I think there's a typo error. Point D, okay, before falling back towards point C. So he repeated the experiment several times, obtained the same results. State the energy conversion. Okay, energy conversion, let's see. Yep, so you have gravitational potential energy converted to kinetic energy, then back to gravitational potential energy. Okay, I want to highlight something. Now, if you look at your answer, Andre, your answer here, gravitational potential energy to kinetic to gravitational energy. Because you wrote down gravitational energy, should this be a 1 mark question, you get 0. Okay, should this be a 1 mark question, you get 0. If this is a 2 mark question, you get 1 mark. Because you have 2 out of 3 correct. Okay, so 2 out of 3 correct. If let's say you have gravitational energy to kinetic to gravitational energy, 2 wrong, 1 correct is still 0. Get what I mean? Yeah. So that's how it is being marked. Okay, Cassandra, kinetic. This is the one I mean. So 2 wrong, 1 correct, 0 marks. Cassandra, at point A, it is at the highest point, right? Okay, it will fall from point A. That's why at the highest point, it has all the gravitational potential energy. Right at the bottom, at point C, that is the lowest point. That is where you have the maximum kinetic energy. When it reaches point D, all right, point D, yeah, it stopped there for a while before falling backwards. So there is gravitational potential energy, Cassandra. Can? Energy not very strong, right, Cassandra? Yeah, okay, let's see whether I can pack some notes in. Okay, all right, Galen, this one good. Yes. Heidi. I hope your teacher told you that if you don't write down gravitational, just write down potential, it's still fine. Did your teacher tell you that? Yeah, very good. Okay. Wow, Beto, you even write down the sound energy, heat energy as well, right? Okay, good. Let's see our kinetic. Okay, gravitational kinetic, potential, okay. Yeah, kinetic plus heat, yes. Yeah, no, this one wrong. Sharia, take a look here. At point D, that's the highest point it reached. It didn't even go to E. So you cannot write down as kinetic energy. Okay, no longer moving there. Right. Okay, Prita, because of the heat energy, I can't mark you correct. All right, so back to the question. Okay, the question says, why is it that